What's going on, guys? Garrett here, and today we're doing Squadcast episode 50.
Woohoo!
And a real life one. We're all here together at PAX East.
Yep.
Thank you guys so much for all the support. This is episode 50 of our Squadcast, and in this episode, we're going to be talking about Heists, because they're coming this Tuesday. Now, of course, in the Squadcast, we have Mr. Boss the Win.
Hello!
The Saints fan.
What up?
And that's it. That's of importance. I'm just kidding. Quantum's here. Exactly. So let's jump right into this. The first thing we'll be talking about are the brand new screenshots. IGN played Heists, and
they played one mission.
They played one mission.
The Humane Labs
raid.
raid.
The Humane Labs, and let's jump right into this. So we have brand new screenshots we want to talk about. Now the screenshots that they went ahead and released are pretty nice.
And they go over all the heists. They're not just the Humane Labs.
Exactly. So like they released what? A good set, like 15 or 16?
It was 30.
30 of them,
30?
yeah.
Okay. That's a good amount of screenshots. And I'm a little surprised they didn't release a second trailer. How do you guys feel about them not really doing that?
They did a mini trailer.
It's 15 seconds.
It was an Instagram video, but...
didn't really show much.
At all. I didn't show anything
The
at
new
all.
screenshots are really cool, though. They show off the new vehicles. They even, like I said, there's multiple heists going on, so there's photos about the ornate bank, which looks exciting.
There's one you gotta break somebody out of prison.
Yeah.
Looking at here. I mean, it looks pretty cool. I mean, if they did a trailer, though, they might have shown... Yeah, they might have shown too much with the trailer, though, I feel. Like, where with IGN and the, I think the GTA 5 o'clock guys, they only had to play one mission, so that's not too much. You know, they're just giving us just a little bit.
Is the Humane Labs the first one? Like, that's the first one you have to do?
I don't know. I mean, it might be.
I don't know if it's the first one, but I do know that from what the IGN guys said, it is something magnificent. Whether or not it's worth the wait, you guys are going to have to decide that, because personally I can't make that decision for you, but it has been about 500 days. Now, there's a lot of speculation and rumors going around that, you know, if this does fail, let's say heists are just a complete, they just suck, right?
Yep.
Do you think that'll be the death of GTA Online?
It certainly won't help it. Because there's been so much hype for Heist. It's ridiculous. At this point, they can't back out. Like, they're going with the release date.
Yeah,
but
well, it's for sure coming.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But from what IGN said, and IGN, a couple other guys, CVG, they got to play it. And the consensus is that it's going over very well, and they're enjoying themselves. I think they said that this one, like the 4 prep missions and the actual heist, took 3 hours.
Yeah, and for like the beginning, it's gonna take a bit, just because you don't know it, and you know you're gonna have to learn everything, play as a team, listen to each other. Quantum, when we try to work.
Why is that
teamwork?
Okay,
there's always that guy.
Is it 3 hours for one of them?
But for all 5 missions,
so like
to complete one.
So for any confusion of what's going on, there are a total of 20 heists. So there's 20 total. There's 20 missions.
There's
5 heist finales, and there's 15 heist preps.
Yep.
So for every
That was the most confusing.
there's 15 there's 15 heist preps, 5 heist finales, total 20.
Yep.
Yeah.
How's that confusing?
Sure.
15 plus 5 is 20.
Yeah, I
Math
get that, but the way you said it the first time.
15 heist preps,
no,
5 heist
yeah.
finales. So what they're gonna do is pretty much you have to do the heist preps before you do the heist finale, and the heist leader will fund every single step of the way and will only get paid at the very, very end. Now, IGN went ahead and said that this is one of the best things that they've seen Rockstar release thus far, and they were blown away by the amount of detail that went into the heist. And from the screenshots they released, personally, what I've seen, I think that there's a lot coming with this Heist DLC.
And it's not even just detail. Like, for example, I don't know if it was IGN or the other guys, but they talked about how, like, at one point, one NPC was like, "Oh, you were the people that were at the bank or something." So it's like they know when you do like one of the other heist missions.
Do you want to talk about how like they mentioned about, let's say someone disconnects from your heist?
Yeah. So I don't know. It's still kind of confusing, but from what we've heard from IGN and the GTA 5 o'clock guys, the heist leader is the person who controls like the saves. So I don't know. It's gonna be weird because if like I'm hosting and then one day I can't be there, you know, what's gonna happen with you guys? Is it just gonna start over?
I think you get, I don't know how it's gonna work. You know, is there gonna be a save system where
They have to.
They said there's gonna be some sort of save system. I think if you fail, there's like a 15-second wait. You hit RT and you can restart from the last checkpoint, basically.
But I mean, like, let's say we do a heist. Let's say we do the Humane Labs. We successfully do it, right? Is there a time limit where you can do it again? Do the wait, or can you do it every day?
You might get checkpoints after each heist prep mission. So let's say you get through all 4 and then you drop. You might just get to do the heist finale when you reconnect.
Yeah. Well, see, here's the thing, and I don't care. Heists are gonna be fun, but like, you're not gonna get that much money. Money wise, if you really want money, just grind missions. But that's boring. Nobody wants that. So that's why I think that lets you replay heists over and over again, because it's not gonna be like super overpowered. Now, granted, if you do that one, there's like a challenge. You got to complete every heist mission on hard without dying.
All 20 missions.
Yep.
Yeah, and you get $10 million.
That's insane.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of Hydras.
That's $10 million extra on top of everything.
Extra on top of everything. Yeah, it's a challenge. So like, what they kind of compared it to was Destiny, the raids, and like Destiny, they had a bunch of like bounties and stuff.
Yep.
And they would like, I guess, change every week or so. So I guess it's something like that. But I don't know. It sounds cool to me. $10 million, that's a lot of money. Now, granted,
a lot of money.
You need some teamwork to do that. But
I wonder if there's gonna be like a race, because I know like in a lot of games there's like,
for sure,
you can make
Who
it.
can do it first?
Who
Yeah.
can do it the fastest? Like that's gonna be something that I'm sure people like. You're gonna see people do like all 5 missions for one heist in like under an hour or something like crazy. So
I want to hear that one line from Lester, like you weren't. I know you've been complaining, but you weren't ready. You know, the one from the trailer. I want to hear that in the game.
I really want to see what the free roam is going to be like as well. Ross and I were able to see heists a little different
A little bit.
than most people. We know that the Hydra is coming to free roam. Well, a jet is. We aren't sure which one it is.
They said it was kind of confusing because they said that once you, for one of the heist missions, you got to go to the new ship, steal a couple of jets, the Hydras, and they said that, like, I know it was kind of confusing because they said that you unlock it for free mode, or they didn't specifically say free mode, but it kind of hinted toward free mode.
I know that for sure it will be in the Warsaw Cash and Carry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we've seen it. So that will be coming. Whether or not you can get every vehicle that's coming with the Heist DLC in Warsaw Cash and Carry, you will not be able to do that. I know there's a civilian version of the Karen Kuruma,
Yep.
which is a non-armored version.
It looks great, by the way. I like the look.
I'm worried that it's not going to be very quick.
I think it's going to be very fast.
I think it's going to be very average compared to like
Really?
the Massacro or the Massacre.
Well, the
Probably
Massacre.
like a Sultan.
Well, it is 4-door. It is 4-door, so you have to
you
put
got
it
to
in that
compare it to
category.
the Sultan, kind of.
Okay,
Well,
so I think
it's
it'll be the fastest 4-door
I
sports
think
car.
it'll be up there with the Sultan.
Which makes it valuable. Fastest
Yeah.
4-door car, so that would...
On top of that, we're also getting what we now know is the Guardian. I believe it was the Guardian.
The Guardian is that, the Vapid truck.
Yeah, it's a very big vapid truck that looks awesome.
Yeah.
We saw pictures and screenshots of this vapid truck.
Is that the one with the machine gun?
No.
No, this
it's
is a
one
different
that's
truck.
it's one that is like, think of
It's just a.
I don't think no, it's not
That's
that one.
not
It looks like an F-150, but it's
that it?
huge. No.
That's
not
the Insurgent. The
Yeah.
photo we just looked at was the NPC tank.
Yeah. So the APC tank is the Insurgent, and then but there's like this one big truck, it's the Guardian.
Imagine a Ford F-150 with like a bunch of attachments on the side,
Just
like
huge.
exhaust that come up the top.
And I've really, well, from what Fundamental 2 has leaked in the past, we know that the max amount of money something can be in the game from
2.5,
Pegasus is
right?
2.5 million, yeah. So, whether the Hydra's going to be 1.5 or 2.5 million, maybe 2 million, these new vehicles are going to be very expensive. And I'm really looking forward to seeing how players are going to spend their money. Personally, of course, shark cars are always the easiest way to get money. It's the fastest way.
Yep.
But all of us do know that the quickest way to make money in GTA Online right now is to play probably Snipers vs. Hunters or just grinding out missions. There's tons of missions you guys can do, and I think all of us have uploaded at one point ways to make money in GTA Online.
Yep.
But of course, it does get very, very boring. But you will need a lot of money to start these heists. So let's go over what players will need to start a heist. So we know for a fact.
I think IGN said in their video that the height, at least for the Humane Labs, I think he said $57,000.
This just to start one mission.
Just the entire thing. That funds the entire mission.
The heist leader only needs that. So one person in your team just needs $60,000, which isn't that much.
That's crazy because.
But you make it back.
Their payout was $545,000 for this heist.
What?
So the heist leader would make about half of that.
But you gotta,
I have to feel like there's probably a catch because how can they? That's 10 times your money.
Well, here's the thing: 540,000. It sounds like a lot, but if you break it into 4 parts, and then the heist leader gets maybe 100,000 of that, just because, or maybe even more than that, because he put up the money, and he doesn't get paid till the end, where everybody else gets paid. I think it was like at least in the heist they talked about it was like $20,000 at the end. So
I don't know. That sounds. I guess it sounds right. It just sounds like it's not as much money.
No, it's not. It's not that much money.
Yeah.
And you can say what you want, but if they're fun, who cares? At the end of the day, that's what it's about: having fun and then still making a decent amount of money.
Yeah.
And then, but again, we have to wait and to see what the challenges are, because maybe that'll compound on it and you get more money. So I don't, who knows.
We also got some vehicle names that were kind of rumored. They confirmed that the Valkyrie is the Huey, which we all pretty much knew. They confirmed the 2 versions of the Insurgent, the armored and the non-armored one. And I also think they talked about another vehicle. I'm not sure.
They haven't talked about the Hunter, or that like. They haven't talked about that.
The Russian helicopter.
Yeah, the Russian one. They haven't shown anything. It's gonna be interesting to see or how that comes into play.
What was it called?
The Savage.
It's called Savage.
Yeah, the Russian helicopter, the one you saw like rising in the heist trailer, that is called the Savage. That thing is crazy.
Yeah, it's a monster.
That's a great name for it.
It's an attack helicopter, basically, guys. It's the one with the pod rockets on the side, I believe it was, with I think it was a machine gun as well capabilities. It's a crazy looking
helicopter,
and it's called the Savage. And we have this information by an anonymous source.
Oh, those are always the best.
My mother. But overall, I think the overall hype and excitement for Heist are still there, and people are really, really enjoying the fact that this stuff is finally coming. I think they're going to be coming back. If you stop playing GT Online, March 10th is a perfect time for you to come back, unless you didn't have any money. If you don't have any money, start playing today, get some money.
Or find somebody.
Or find someone that's rich with deep pockets.
Be over level 12.
Yeah, over level 12.
Which most of you guys are.
And a high-end apartment.
If you want to be the leader.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to be level 12 if you're not the leader?
I think you have to be level 12 to start a heist.
I don't think that'll really be a problem.
I mean, 98% of people
play
are
one
level
game
12.
of snipers and stunters.
You'll be level 12.
Yeah, something like that. One thing that, we are kind of already knew this, but in the screenshots, if you guys have seen them, there's a bunch of new clothes. It's insane.
There's a lot of new content, that's for sure.
There's new.
I'm looking for the article, all right? He thinks I'm just browsing around.
He's just browsing the internet, having a great time.
Okay, you know what?
There's new combat gear though and stuff. It looks really awesome, and
I like the new masks. There are some really nice
a ton.
masks.
There's gonna be so much to explore.
There's gonna be outfits, brand new outfits that we're getting. Some prisoner
there's new
outfits
ties too, because there was never a tie like that.
A loose
fitted tie. So yeah, it's just little stuff that they're even gonna be.
Prisoner outfits we're getting that we don't know if we're using free roam. We're getting police outfits. Wetsuits.
There's gonna be a new boat, by the way.
Dinghy 3.
Yeah, Dinghy 3. Yeah.
So,
it's a brand new dinghy.
Yeah,
it's bigger. It adds four people.
I'm excited, dude.
Yeah. There's some really good stuff coming.
The hype is real.
It is. That's for sure.
It's really real.
What else we got to talk about?
I think that is a lot of it. We talked about the IGN. We talked about the new screenshots.
That's pretty much it.
We talked about and then March 10th is a release date. Anything you want to add?
I wanted to ask about the aircraft carrier. Is that going to be in free mode?
No.
We don't think so.
Why not, though?
Look.
It should just be sitting out there.
If they can't put animals and all that stuff, I doubt they'd put a giant thing. It'd be awesome. Don't get me wrong, but
I would love to have it. Honestly,
it would be cool if that's the only place where the Hydra spawned in free mode. So you had to go there by boat or helicopter to get there, and as soon as you land on, it's 5 stars.
5 stars.
Yeah.
Or
a Fort Zancudo on the water.
Yeah, it's a boat Fort Zancudo.
Yeah,
so
that would.
In
be
theory,
ideal.
that sounds great, but Rockstar probably nah.
One thing that just a public service announcement on Tuesday, don't be upset if the servers are having trouble. Because like we said,
troubles, so
everybody's going to be back on GTA. So like pro tip, if you're going to skip school or anything, skip like Wednesday, not Tuesday. Because then you'll probably have a better shot at playing Wednesday. But yeah.
Overall,
just let you guys know.
That was episode 50 of our squad.
Episode 50, big 50.
But thank you guys so much.
Live from PAX East.
Live. Thank you guys so much for all the support.
New heist weapons.
We're making it happen.
We're making it. Rockstar, you know we're watching. Just make these heist weapons.
A giant fork.
Thank you guys so much for all the continued support on all our videos, not only the Squadcast. This is a weekly podcast we do, each of us on our channels, and I don't know, thank you guys so very much for everything. And here's what I want to add before we do wrap this up.
I think that's it.
We'll be back with next week episode of Squadcast, and of course, daily uploads on our channels and daily streams, I guess. Now,
that's it.
That's a thing. Later, guys.
Later.
Bye. Peace.